everybody, and welcome to our next Channeling the Ascension teachings. This week, I will be channeling the Blue Avian Collective, and I'm joined by our lovely Patreon community. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Oh.
All right, so before I bring them through, I'm going to read out a pre-channeled message from them. So here is the message. Dear ones, you are awakening to the new codex activation within you that is shifting your consciousness and form, that heralds a new expanded reality experience that is more aligned to your true oneness state. You are birthing a new race of beings that is free from limited human programs, that has allowed you to explore dense duality realities. We wish to come through to be your guiding light on your evolving nature as a species, as a collective that is now remembering their true nature and star families. It is an awakening to the truth that you are the divine, the stars, the universe, and all that is, reflected in physical form. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to go now into the trance state and bring them forth for you. Dear ones, we are here, who we've called the Blue Avians. We are delighted to come through in this way, in this expansive way, to come through once again, to illuminate your pathway, to hold your hand as you walk through this ascension journey, as you walk through the journey of self-illumination, to remember the truth of who you are, to remember the truth of your reality, to remember exactly why you are here, to remember your form in consciousness and in physicality, dear ones. It is with such an honor that we come through today in this direct way to remind you of just who you are. Dear ones, you are watching this or listening to this because you've chosen to remember more of who you are. You have chosen to step boldly into your reality from a heightened perspective, to the truth of who you are, to be that light, not only for yourself, but be the light for others. Because soon there'll be a time when your light is needed more than ever. Dear ones, by you doing the inner clarity work, by bringing the unseen to be seen within your conscious awareness state, for you to delve into the untruths of your being, for you to bring into your conscious awareness the separated aspects of you, the duality aspects, the contrast. You've allowed yourself to become activated. You've allowed a new codex within you to become activated in your light bodies and in your physical bodies, because you are birthing a new reality, both in consciousness and in form. It is an evolution of your species. It is an evolution of consciousness. It is an evolution of consciousness and form, because there is no separation, dear ones. The perception of separation is duality. It is a contrast mechanism of polarity that allows source, as expressed uniquely as you, allow itself to experience itself through many different dimensions, through many different perspectives. It is a very advanced playground in which you are birthed through, dear ones. For you are here as God creators, and you also get to create your realities and experience your very creation. Can't you see how you are God? Can't you see how you are the stars, how you are the universe, how you are all that is? Within your evolution journey, through the cycles of your human history, you've gone through cycles where you have dived deep into the darkness, deep into the amnesia of who you are. And it is time in this state of current expansion where that darkness, that density is being transmuted from the collective, where you are attracting higher states of dimensional selves into your reality, how you and all the collective are remembering your oneness state, both here on Earth, on Gaia, as one species and one with all that is. And this is why you are here. You are here to experience reality through polarity, only to remember that duality is just an experience of duality, and that your true nature is oneness. That you are one with all that is, yet you are experiencing life as a God creator through duality, through polarity. Yes, the very fabric, the very nature of duality is shifted, of polarity. Understand that fear is part of the polarity system for the human collective, but understand the polarity doesn't always have to be dense fear. It doesn't always have to be what you call as the suffering. It's an experience. There is no wrong or right here in this game of life, in this game of expansion. You are God creators. So understand, as a human collective vibrates in higher dimensions of existence in this reality, you'll find the polarity mechanism will also shift. Fear will be transformed. Suffering will be transformed. Yes, duality in a certain form will still need to exist for you to have physical experiences. But understand the polarity system will shift. But it can only shift if you allow yourself to explore the duality within you, to explore the separated aspects within you, to explore the nature of duality within your reality. And that starts from you. It starts from delving deep within yourself. Because how can you see that you are one with all that is if you cannot see oneness within yourself? But understand here that because of the collective has risen their frequency to such a degree, to such a vibrational point, you're allowing certain codes now to be activated within your collective, within your individuality, within your light bodies that you have called it. For your energy, dear ones. Your energy that gives off the projection of physicality in your reality. So understand, as your consciousness shifts, you activate these codes within you. You create changes that has heralded the collective intentions. For the collective has chosen to remember more of the God selves. You have wanted to remember more of who you are as God creators. So you have chosen to be here in this reality at this time, to go through these shifts. You have wanted it all because you are the advanced masters here. And understand that you have all the technologies within you. There are no limitations, only your perception based in a fear-based perspective. But understand that is all shifting. You have a choice to bring those dimensions up into your conscious awareness. It is an attractive universe. And you also attract your multidimensional nature into this reality. But understand the attraction of all dimensions is already within you. All dimensions are already within you. All the stars, all that is within you because you are source. So understand here, it is a process of remembering. It is a process of bringing light into the shadows to see that light and darkness are just aspects, mirrors, reflections of the polarity system, because all that truly is unconditional love, is neutrality. But to the human experience, neutrality is in the form of unconditional love. That is acceptance. And you create through love. Dear ones, are you feeling the shifts? Understand here that as you receive these activations, and understand here that you receive these activations due to your vibration. It is not about certain techniques, so to speak. It is about the vibration itself. Yes, there may be techniques to assist in the raising of vibration. However, vibration is the key here because it's already within you. The keys to unlock the God realization is within you, and it's through vibration. And it's about once you can unite more aspects of you, you unlock the key to activate within your light bodies. And that correlates in your duality reality to being activated in your physical bodies because there is no separation. You cannot activate energetic aspects of you without activating your physical aspects. There is no separation, dear ones. So if you want greater consciousness, awareness of who you are, then you must also surrender to the shifts in your physical form. But understand here that the DNA within you is being activated, the origins of who you are. You've called this the seeding, the very creation of your species, the wisdom, the codes that has been held there since the start of your creation is now being birthed, the wisdom of the planet that flows through the waters, that flows through your very blood, is being activated within you. There is no separation. Understand here that all the wisdom of the universe of Gaia is now being awakened within you. If you can allow it, do one. So understand there are changes occurring and it's all for you. To how to navigate this shift is to bring it back to the source self. That is through the heart. Your heart is a portal. It's a navigation system. It is much more than a physical organ. It is a mainframe. It is here where you have access to your multidimensional reality. It is here where you travel the universe, the stars. It is here where you meet with us and all beings as reflections of you, of the one. It is all accessed within you, in your heart center. It is in there where you'll find your divine blueprint, your spiritual mainframe. It is a gateway to the potentiality of who you truly are, expressed in physicality. You get to play this game as God created, so go play, go experience, go embrace your reality, because understand here that everything reflected in your reality is a mirror of the consciousness shifts that's happening within you and within the collective, because you asked for it. And we are lovingly here to guide you along the way as loving brothers and sisters for you, dear ones. And you have wanted to remember more of who you are because you are here to step forward in your power and in your purpose. We are here to be the guiding light for you in this moment, but understand that we are within you and all the information that we speak of today is already within you. We are here just to ignite that remembrance of it within you. Can't you see? And as you ignite the remembrance of all the wisdom and all the universe, you'll be able to step forward in reality to be the light for others. It is a creation, a network of light activators in your terminology, activators of the ascension codes. By you being in your authentic state, by you expressing your light, by you expressing your truth, you get to co-create with all that is and assist in the collective shift. It is with our such honors that we come through today, dear ones. Do you have any questions, dear ones?
I'll jump in. I would like, you mentioned that we were going to shift in our physical bodies because our DNA is being activated. Can you discuss a little more around that? Kimberley, you were right there when we were having the conversation, but Kimberley can now see without her eyes. She can see her room. So she's accessing her consciousness through her awareness because she raised her vibration. Is that a common thing that most humans will experience?
D1, understand that you are energy. Understand that all things that you perceive to be physical is energy. Your sciences has even determined that 99.99% of all physicality is energy, is atoms. So your sciences is even showing the way here. And yes, your sciences have a partial understanding. And when you go through these collective shifts, your sciences will gain more awareness and more clarity and be able to have more wisdom available to them to herald and the bridging of the spirituality into your sciences. But understand here that you are energy, that you are energy. And as you remember more of who you are, you'll start to experience who you truly are, which is energy, which is source in physicality, which means certain abilities such as seeing the non-physical and the physical in many different states of consciousness is possible. Because understand, when you close your eyes, you are not closing a physical shield here, a barrier. You are just moving energy over what you call is your eyes and your eyelids. It is just energy. And because all is energy, you can see through the energy of your physicality. But understand that all abilities and wisdom is there within you and will be activated in what you wanted to explore here. Understand that you are all psychic. This term psychic has been used in many different connotations, but understand you are source beings, you are God creators. You have like to label what it is to be psychic, what it is to have certain abilities, but you all have these abilities. It is just an awakening of them in this physicality. So explore. It's about letting go of the boundaries you've placed on yourself, the labels you've placed on yourself. You've liked to think of what is possible, and you have attached this to what is possible in relations to your human sciences. If science has not come up with a certain solution, then you believe it is not possible. So let go of these limitations, let go of these perceptions that someone has to give you the answers, that someone has to give you solutions and evidence to what is real. You are putting power over yourself in relations to others. Understand that you are the scientists, you are the gods, you are creating it all. You know what's possible because it's limitless. You don't have to find a truth. It's about exploring it, exploring your truth. But there are many different potentialities, many realities expressing itself at once, and many individuals in your terminology. You experience your realities uniquely according to what you chose to explore here, according to what dimensional experience you wish to explore it through. Understand that time is non-linear and you're experiencing many realities at once in many different forms at once. And understand that the progress, to speak, of your evolution is accordance to the collective frequency. Understand that if the collective was ready to travel the world, to travel the universe in special technologies, understand that it will come to you when the collective is ready for such an exploration. So understand there is nothing hindering you. There's nothing being hidden from you. Understand that everything that is expressed in your reality Any technologies expressed within you and wisdom and abilities will all be activated in accordance to divine time, in accordance to what the collective is ready for. And this is why we have been preparing you for some time, preparing you for the grand meeting of the star families that are here assisting you. Understand that everything is happening in accordance to the frequency of the collective. And you have been, as a collective, answering those existential questions. You have been able now to process much of the shadows within through many world events. And this has allowed you to surrender more to what is, to surrender more to the truth, and has allowed you to connect more to your brothers and sisters in oneness. And sometimes it takes adversity to do this. So understand here that with great evolutionary shifts, grand events occur to assist in this shift, because you are still attached to duality. So because you're attached to duality, sometimes you require certain events in your duality reality to be that catalyst for you to remember more of who you are, to receive the codes, for you to go further inwards into your heart center. And you have traveled through this, and you've experienced this in your reality. So understand here, this is a normal part of the process. But understand, in your stage of human evolution, you are not going back, so to speak, in cycles of time, cycles of evolution that has been circling with the human collective for eons. There's been a pattern of expansion circles, of cycles that the human collective has experienced. And you've called these the golden ages and the dark ages. But understand that these shifts have been forever changed, because those shifts related to the vibration of your energetic form of consciousness and physicality, because there is no separation. So if your physicality is at a certain vibration, the consciousness has to match that. See how everything is united. And because you are activating more of your dormant DNA and certain aspects within your physicality, you are now able to vibrate in different dimensions of experience. So these cycles of darkness and light, which has also been a biological aspect of your human nature, this has forever shifted. So you never have to fear the dark ages once again, because those dark ages will never once occur in your timeline. It is about you now stepping into the light, into the love. Those cycles of the dark ages is a representation now of your own inner shadows. And you are doing the work. And you are being vulnerable in this exploration. And this is how you transmute it, not only for yourself, but for the collective. And once you detach from these duality systems and programs, you will be in a dimension, in a conscious awareness state of your oneness nature. You can never go backwards. So understand that, yes, some events still may occur, but understand that it's all for you. And understand here that everything that is now going to occur is going to be expressed in love. Because I think you as a collective have weathered many storms, so to speak. You've experienced much sadness, much devastation in your human perceptions. And now it is time for you to remember the love and having the love reflected back at you. So surrender to who you are. It is okay to be vulnerable. You're being called now to step into the powers of your heart center. You're being called now to detach from those programs of duality, from those programs of fear, and to surrender into the love of the universe, the love of who you are, the oneness of who you are. You can only do that by practicing oneness in your reality, by practicing unconditional love, by practicing acceptance, by seeing all others is a reflection of you, dear ones. Can you feel the love of your furry friends? If you can feel the love for them, you can feel the love for your human brothers and sisters. Practice. Extend the self-love that you have for yourself to others. Practice compassion. But understand, if you're having difficulties with this, it's because you are not loving yourself completely. Understand that the universe is within you. So for you to love all others is for you to love yourself completely. For you to remember your God creator abilities, you are to love all aspects of you by accepting all aspects of you. Because the further you create separation, the more you disregard parts of you, the more you repress aspects of you, the more you're going to repress your abilities. And we know you are here to express life more fully, but the choice is yours, dear ones. Choice has always been yours. There will come a point where you cannot repress it any longer, and you will be called to address the shadows within you. So practice today. Practice the allowance of whatever it is that needs to come up to the surface, to come to the surface, to address it. Know it's for you. Know that you have the powers to create alchemy here. You have the powers to shift it into neutrality and to transmute it into oneness. You have the abilities because you're God creators. It's only your perception of self-worth and capabilities that you believe you're not capable. But you are the ones, because you've all the wisdom of Gaia, of the universe, of your star families, all within you, because you are seated of the stars. So understand here, you are much more than a perception of a limited being. You are limitless, and you are starting to remember this for yourself. So if you want to activate more of these abilities, if you want to see the unseen, then it's time for you to start seeing the oneness within yourself and all others. Shift your perception of duality, of separation, dear ones. Are you feeling the shifts, dear ones?
Yes.
Do you have any other questions today?
Yes, you mentioned when the technologies are ready to explore the universe outside of you, that's when the collective will be ready to, explore the universe. Is this related to something what like people like Elon Musk are developing, technologies to go to Mars? Or are you speaking more in terms of technologies within us already that, will activate our own abilities to explore the universe outside of us? Or so because I feel he's working more towards taking the collective to other planets, Are we able to do that just by exploring our own abilities as well?
It is both, dear one, because there is no separation. And those people that receive that guidance to push your sciences to new frontiers are the ones that are attuned to the inner guidance, because they have received the activations. And it's part of their soul purpose and their missions here. So understand here that there is both. There is no separation. For there to be wisdom to create technologies, external technologies to travel the stars and the universe, the same technologies must also exist within you. This is part of your oneness nature. And as you let go of this perception of duality, you will start to see the correlation. You'll be able to automatically, at some stage in your evolution, see that for whatever external solution and technology and condition there is, that condition, that technology is also available within. So there's always this reflective system, the mirror system, And if you can have awareness of this throughout your everyday life, you will start to harness your abilities as God creation. It will involve bringing the guidance from within you, the technologies within you. And because you're in physicality, in physical reality, it is always birthed within you. The technology is always birthed within you. And then if you are guided to bring those technologies outside of yourself, and that is how you create in your physical world, in your physical universe, the expression of physical reality. You can travel all the universe and all that is within you, because all that is within you. But if you want to travel the universe in perception of physicality, in a physical experience, then you must bring it outwardly through you into reality. And how do you do that? Raising your frequency and taking action. Let's go of these perceptions of what science can do. These innovators have pushed past the boundaries. They ignored what science tells them to do, what they can do, and they push through those barriers. They find joy in what they do. They do this not for the money. They do this not for the accomplishments. They do this for fun, for joy. They've been able to elevate their vibration to such a point in alignment to their mission here that they have less barriers, so to speak, in pushing past the fear and creating action. They have the conditions available to them to do so because they've attracted that into their reality. And you can do the same. If you are supposed to explore certain innovations or ways forward for the human collective in an external way, it'll all be birthed within you. You're receiving guidance all the time, but you are not always taking action on it. So it is about activating it and bringing it aware within you to your conscious awareness and bringing it outwardly through you into your external reality. To be able to travel and explore the universe in your physical form as well as non-physically, because guess what? It is all one and the same, just different expressions of polarity. Do you want? And you are seeing the evidence of this in your reality, of people pushing past those limited boundaries that once was and exploring new frontiers.
Thank you for this. I also want to ask, how can you create your own portals to your own other dimensions? Like by me being present in my apartment here in Sydney, how can I create my own portals without physically going to another location and accessing that portal? Like I've accessed my one multidimensional life by physically traveling to another location, and I know I accessed that portal or seen or met my multidimensional life, but how can I create my own portal being present here, like say in my room in Sydney?
D1, all the portals are within you. You are here expressed in physicality to create through your portals. The inner portals are already within your vessel. You have called these your energy centers and your chakras. And this vibrates at the core with your heart center. Your heart center is we would say, the engine of the portal, so to speak. But understand all what you've called chakras, your energy vortexes, are portals. And it's when you can align those portals within, those vortexes within you, where you can harness the power of your heart center. It is through the heart center that creates a creation energy field. It creates a magnetic field. The magnetic field creates portals to other worlds and all that is. For you to harness and activate the portal of the heart center, which allows you to travel into your source essence and to who you truly are, that allows you to drop out of duality so you can travel the universe. It is through having those dimensions within you, those portals of your chakras, to be in balance. This is part of your physical reality. And yes, some individuals may have certain abilities to do so without having their centers balanced, but this is because it's part of their purpose, and they will still not have the full potentiality unless they have them balanced. And we say balance because you wanted to experience as a balanced being between physicality and non-physical. Understand that it is a combination. It is not bringing the physical form into the non-physical nature. It is bringing your innate non-physical nature into physical reality. This is where the advancement is. You are here to bring spirit, to bring source consciousness into physicality and to have awareness of it. That is the goal of the human collective, to have awareness of who you are and still be able to create in physicality, to have awareness of the game, to have awareness of your creation, and to actively create. So it is about going within and accessing the heart portal through the other portals of your vortexes, your chakra systems. Because of the magnetic energy that is generated, this creates access. You're required to go deep within your heart space, to surrender. Understand that if you have certain programs within you, that's fear-based, that's dense, these are just aspects of you, dimensions of you that is still in your energy field, in your present reality. So you're required to transmute these. And the best way to transmute these is bring it into your heart space. Your heart space is, we would say, the most effective transmutator of the inner shadows, of the fears. Yet, ironically, many of you fear bringing things into your heart center because you're fearful of the emotions, you're fearful of fear itself. But this is how you heal and transmute, dear ones. So bring them to the heart space. When you do your meditation practices, you connect with the space of your heart center. Imagine your heart center open. Imagine and visualize a sense of a gateway opening. Try to envision a magnetic sense within your heart space. And magnetic energy has a physical felt experience. And many of you have felt this within your heart. Do you feel the actual magnetic sensations in your heart center? Do you feel the vibration of electricity through your being? You can access this through your heart center by having the awareness, by having the focus on this. Do this in your meditations. Go within your heart space. And all this shadow work, which you have called it, or you bringing light, all the inner shadows into the awareness, is how you balance the other vortexes to allow your heart center to be the ultimate dimensional travel mechanism for you. It is within you. But to do that, you need to take down the walls around your heart. You need to be authentically you in vulnerability. If you've placed walls around your heart, then this portal cannot be activated. You need to utilize all the technologies of your heart center to create this multidimensional, interplanetary, universal time travel machine. It is within you. Many of you do this already. You've just forgotten or disregarded. Many of you are awaken from your dream state and you have memories of other lives, of parallel lives, of other realities, and you've placed this in a box of just your mind. Understand you travel non-physical when you sleep, and many of you remember this. So make your intention. When you go inwards, make your intention to glimpse into who you are outside of physicality. Make your intention to travel to another place. You have called this biolocation. Some of your great masters have been able to do this in your human timelines. So you can do this too, but it takes one step at a time. And it also takes a belief that it is possible. If you can have spacecraft here that travels your world, that travels into space, you can do that within, because the collective consciousness has risen to that vibration that they can express that in physicality, because they've already reached that point in physicality of traveling the world and outside the world within the stars. The vibration is available to you to do this within yourself. It takes belief. It takes the awareness of oneness, that there is no separation. If you see something of physical reality that is possible, that's also possible within you. To raise your perception of self-worth, of capability, and see this oneness in all that is, the reflection of all that is within you. Make your intention to connect to your heart portal. Make your intention to travel to a certain location and surrender to it. It might take time to get used to these sensitivities. You might see a vision. This is you traveling, but perhaps you may not perceive it to be traveling because you are still in your physical form, your physical reality. But understand, if you can change your perceptions of what it is to travel to other universes, it will get easier for you. Because for you to travel to other universes and other worlds, you are still in your physical form, in a physical location. It's just your consciousness. It's perceiving your oneness state in other realities. This is how you time travel. This is how you travel throughout all that is. Kimberley has experienced this time travel. All of you can do this. It is possible, but it's about letting go of your perceptions of what is time travel, what is exploration of the stars. For your physical form to be in a physical location somewhere else is to harness the inner technologies and have them expressed outwardly in your physical reality. But understand the technology is there within you, dear one.
So how can you differentiate between, you know, your perception, say if I do first time or second time or 10th on the 10th try, I am time traveling. How do I differentiate between what my consciousness is perceiving is not just my mind making shit up? You know, it's actually me time traveling to that location.
Because your mind doesn't make anything up. You don't create thoughts, dear one. You attract them. So if you can let go of your perception of what your imagination is, you are able to then fine tune your frequency. When you see an image, what you think is daydreaming, that is you seeing another dimension. So if you see another location, you are traveling. It is not your mind making it up. You are perceiving another location through your consciousness. That's what it is. So it's about changing your perceptions of what is your imagination, what is your mind. Understand that your mind is universal mind. You do not have an individual mind. You have an individual spiritual mainframe that creates your personality, that creates your unique soul contracts, missions here, that is that holds imprints of your multidimensional reality in this physical reality expression. But understand you are one mind. You are unique, yes, because of your frequency, but your mind is oneness. What makes you unique is your ego. It is your ego patterns and your beliefs, your fears, your perceptions, the conditions. These belief systems is not part of your mind, it's part of your ego. It is part of a paradigm in relation to the human programs that's allowed you to feel fear, that's allowed you to feel safe and secure. Back, we would say, well, in a timeline where you needed to feel safe for your own safety, your ego mind has kept you safe, physically anchored in physical reality. Your ego is shifting. Your ego is your friend. But understand your ego is what triggers you. And it's a tool for you. But understand that this is not part of your mind. So anything that you see and you perceive is you perceiving non-physical, D1.
That's great. Just on this, another quick thing is how do you balance different vortex and you said something about every vortex has a heart in it. So different chakras in the body, like, you know, chakra 1, base chakra, second sacral, solar plexus, they have a heart inside each vortex. Is that true? Did I hear that correctly?
They are all connected to your heart center. So understand they are, we would say, unique vibrational dimensions within your energy vessel that relates to your physical nature aspects. But this all relates to your heart center. Your heart center is the most powerful chakra, the most powerful vortex, because it is here where your spiritual mainframe lies. It is here where you create portals, dimensions. It is here where you shape your reality and your exploration of it. So perceive that your other vortexes, the chakras here, are just little, we would say, screws that need to be tightened for you to access your heart center portal. You've been conditioned that certain chakras are more important than others. But understand the most vital one for your exploration is your heart center. And for you to balance these vortexes is to explore your beliefs in relations to each chakra, is to see the foundations there, to practice acceptance of the beliefs in relations to there and the physical nature of your being. Much of the time, you work on addressing the inner shadows, accepting of what is, but do you accept all part of your physical nature? Physical aspects about you. Are you hiding part of yourself? It's part of your authenticity that you're not fully expressing. It is about exploring these questions and these dimensions in your physical form. Communicating with your body. It is not just consciousness. Your physical body is divine. It is not an empty vessel. It is energy. It is divine. It has codes within you, and you can communicate with your body. So ask it. Ask these energy centers. What are you trying to show me? What is it that I need to resolve? What beliefs are blocking or stagnating the shift in this energy center? What are my lessons here? What do I need to explore here? You will find that whenever you're triggered by negative emotion, this relates to one of your energy vortexes. But it all relates and it all creates an expansion shift within the heart center. So no matter what vortex you address, it automatically shifts the heart center. It automatically expands the heart center, activates and opens it. So it all comes back to the heart center, D1. It is all connected. They're all connected with one another, D1.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
What great questions, D1. Do you have any other questions, D1s?
Okay, I'll ask one more if no one has one. Is it possible to give birth to your own multidimensional self, like in physical form? Like, I mean, like through a baby or through creating life in human form. Can you give birth to your own multidimensional self as a baby?
Well, all is possible in physical reality. But understand that you're already here in this reality. So you prefer to be not born in this timeline at this time. Yes, you do birth different dimensions of you, but you'll find they're aligned to different dimensions, because every time someone is born, they are then aligned to a frequency of Gaia at that time. So understand that with every baby that is born, they are at a different frequency. They're at a different dimension because of the time of the frequency that they entered the world. It relates to the ever-changing dimensions, the ever-changing frequency of Gaia. So you cannot create the exact dimensional version of you in this reality, because you are all birthed at different times. And as you're born at different times, you are born at different frequencies, different dimensions of the one. But understand that you are here to explore reality through your own unique expression. You may find others in your reality that hold similar vibrations, similar frequencies. These are part of your soul family. They become intense mirrors to who you are. Some may trigger you, some may teach you, some may be that loving supporter. And you have like to label these many different names, but they're part of your soul family, playing different roles for you. If you feel that you are connected on a deep level, then they are part of your soul family, D1. And they're all here to assist you in your evolution, whether that is in a physical way or a non-physical way. Whether they become your mirror to you and a known mirror to you, or whether it is an unknown mirror that triggers you. They're all here for you, D1. So understand you are here to experience your reality uniquely as an expression of source. Every brother and sister on this earth, every human is a multidimensional aspect of you, just different frequency, a different form. It is just not the exact vibration as you. There can never be an exact vibration of you, because you're all unique frequencies of the one. That's how source expresses itself, D1.
You mentioned in your earlier message before coming through Kimberley that your message was you are birthing a new race of beings that is free from limited human programs, which has allowed you to explore dense duality and dual realities. So if as a human, we are birthing a new race of beings that is free from limited human programs, like how are we able to teach? Does that mean we need to teach them about the duality because they're already free from it? So how do we nurture these new race of beings that is free from duality?
You don't have to know the answers for that, because you are not at a vibration collectively to teach that, because you are still attached to duality. So when that moment arises that you are free of duality, that you are detached from duality, you will have activated within you a new way of operating within your heart center, a new way of operating within your reality. The wisdom and the knowings will be known to you in your reality. Because you are still attached to duality, you still require to have learnings and wisdoms filtered through duality systems of operation. It is about living in the present moment. The future has not arrived in your present reality, and there are many different future potentialities for you to most eloquently express your reality is by using the technologies that are available to you in the now, into the present now, and understand that all the other technologies will be activated within you when you are ready, when you are vibrationally ready, when the collective is ready. So you can start right here today to teach the perceptions of oneness. You can now already teach the oneness between the humans, between your brothers and sisters. You can already teach that. You can teach the oneness between you and all other life forms. Aspects of Gaia, of Mother Earth, of the animals, all life force. You can teach this. And this allows generations to become aware, to be consciously aware at an early age, to shape their beliefs that there is oneness. You can already teach the oneness techniques within your own self by accepting all aspects of themselves, by accepting all their emotions, by not reprimanding certain emotions, by not attributing certain emotions as bad and some are good, by seeing that they're all perfect because they're all part of the perfect creation. It's about utilizing them for great expansion. By utilizing them through love, you already have these technologies, and this is the first step. And this is why we are coming through to Kimberley, and this is why others are coming through to teach the oneness protocols, the oneness technologies. Because with this belief system, once this is integrated into the collective consciousness, into the conscious awareness, then you are ready for further explorations. So until then, these are the teachings, and you can express them in unique ways. You can teach them in ways that you're guided to do so, but understand it is birthed within you. Trust the inner guidance. Trust how you explore this. It's already within you, dear one. Is there any other questions before we finish here today?
Hopefully it's just a quick one. You mentioned you don't make up your thoughts, you attract thoughts. And I think we've had that conversation before on this panel with Kimberley and Isabel, I think was part of that one time. And anyways, so that I was there. And so my question is, how do you, that would help one to awaken quicker to the truth of how things are?
My dear one, there's been a technical issue and you were paused in your communication. Can you please repeat your question?
The question is, how do you attract more thoughts that would help one to awaken quicker to the truth of how things are?
It is a step-by-step process. Understand that the awareness of all that is in your reality doesn't happen overnight. It could, but your belief systems are not at that point because of the attachment of duality. So understand, if you want to attract more of the wisdom of who you are, is to understand firstly that all the attraction process is you attracting dimensions of self that is already within you. You're just attracting these dimensions to come to your conscious awareness. It's already there. The first step is to recognize that you're already highly enlightened beings, that you already have the wisdom of all that is within you. This creates a belief of worth. This creates a belief that you are capable, that you are highly advanced, and it is this self-belief that is needed to attract more of the truth of who you are. So once you can elevate your perception of self, once you can acknowledge that all the wisdom is already there, the technology is already there, you let go of the resistance to allow the wisdom to come through into your conscious awareness. You let go of the attachments that you must learn technologies, you must learn techniques, you must find information from outside of yourself. Yes, we are your guide coming through Kimberley because it is her role here. But all we are doing is activating the remembrance of this information you already have within yourself. We are not teaching you anything you do not already know. This is the difference. It's about acknowledging that we are just triggering these memories within you of this information. Once you can get used to this paradigm of this system, of this habitual system of knowing that you already have everything within you, you are then able to more finely tune the wisdom coming to conscious awareness. But it requires you to be more in the present moment. As we have discussed, the present moment is the portal. The present moment is a portal to your heart center and all that is. Often humans get distracted by different time dimensions of the past and the future, but understand the full power of who you are. To receive the full capacity of the wisdom within you is to live in the present moment, is to not think of the future, not think of the past. Yes, sometimes some dimensions of time come into your awareness. And if it does that, it's for you to visit it in a brief moment. Or there may be soul lessons there, but it's not for you to dwell there. So firstly, be in the present moment. And you will have evidence of this when you do your meditations. When you do certain activities of mindfulness, you will find you'll have this information just flow to you most effortlessly. This is how it works. Often you are distracted with everyday activities, and this is fine. Focus on what brings you joy. But take moments throughout your day to be still and to be present. And you will find the information will stream to you into your conscious awareness. Take note of your imagination. Do you daydream? Do you see visions? Do you have song lyrics? Do you have any other messages come to you? Do you have any memories of conversations coming to your conscious awareness? Understand these are messages. Understand it is for you. Understand you're tapping into non-physical. It's all there for you. Everything is a messenger for you in your reality. Any thoughts that come to you, any stimulus that comes to your conscious awareness is a message. There's no such thing as a mundane, non-spiritual, non-intelligent aspect of your reality. Everything is intelligent. Everything is energy. Everything is a message. Everything is a stimulus to allow you to remember who you are. But if you're not in the present moment, you will, we would say, temporarily block off the communication of that stimulus coming to you. It's already within you. So practice communicating with all that is. Communicate within yourself. Communicate with your heart center. Communicate with the stimulus. Take note of your emotions. Your emotions are the most powerful technology to alert you to which dimension you're residing in, to the messages, to what is needed to address within you. It is just one step at a time. Record, take note of the inspirations. You have much guidance throughout your day. But much of the time you disregard it. You disregard the messages. So when they come to you, write them down, record them, even the small ones. Because you have so many thoughts that come to you during the day, many of them, you do not take note of them, you disregard them. So get in the practice of taking note of the thoughts that come to you. Is it an inspiration? Is it an idea? Is it a certain action step? Write it down. Because if you write it down or you record it, what happens is that you bring the non-physical into your physical reality. You bring the non-tangible into the tangible. This is how you create in your reality. You can receive all the guidance in the world and all the universe, but if you don't take action in it, but bring it into physical reality, you do not create. It is one vibration is the foundation to it all, but to create in your physical reality, you need to bring vibration into physical form. And you can do that by writing it down. And you'll find by you getting into this practice, you'll receive more guidance and more clarity Because you've opened the pathway, you've declared to yourself and the universe that you are wanting to delve deeper into the truth of who you are, and that you're ready to receive the communication of your oneness state. It is a momentum flow. By you getting into that momentum, you'll be able to fine tune to the wisdom even further, D1. But of course, after recording this information, it will ask you to take action, not just write it down, but writing it down or recording it is one step you can take to bring it into physical reality. Then the next step will be to taking action on that information and that guidance. No matter how small, no matter how large it is just one step at a time, D1. Is there any other questions before we finish here today? D1s. Know that you are not alone, because the universe, for all that is, all expressions of the one, all expressions of the universe is within you. You long to meet your star families and your star families. You wish to feel united with your oneness self, yet it's already within you. You connect with us and all that is within you. Understand that because it's already within you, you're already worthy, you're already capable. You already have the technologies to express in your physical reality, to create in your physical reality, to be the bridge from the unconscious to the conscious, from the non-physical to the physicality. You are God creators, so go create. You can be conscious of your creation. You fine-tune your frequency. If you delve into the power of the inner portals within you, this is how you create. And your emotions are what holds and creates your dimensional experience to the energies of the heart. But what comes before your emotions are your thoughts, what you attract. So take note of the inner dialogue and take note of how you express the non-physical in physical reality, for this is how you create your reality. Take note of your vibration. If you create in fear, you create more fear. But understand it is okay and it is perfect. You have a choice on how you play this game. But you can shift your thoughts by shifting your perception. But understand your thoughts come from the oneness mind as messages to you. What creates your individuality, what shapes your connection with the truth of the oneness mind is how you use your perceptions. You are a God creator. You have power in your perceptions. So go play and be the God creators that you are, because you are that. Start to raise your perception of self and self-worth and capability. Understand that all the information is within you, all the technologies is within you. You are not limited in any way. It's only your perception that causes limitation. It is with such love that we come through today. Know that we are you. We are one with you. Go within and we will meet you there. Until next time, farewell.